slip your mind?
The wheel keeps spinning. I am your hostess with the mostest opinions, Julie. And as always, I am joined by my single and ready to mingle co-host.
I'm CJ, and I'm not so sure about mingling these days, but sure. You
Well, I mean, you did talk about your Bumble besties and stuff the last time, so.
Yeah, how's it going, Mom?
Which nobody's gonna understand that reference, by the way.
No, not unless we
Not
explain
unless
it.
you
But yeah,
explain it, yeah.
yeah. No,
I'm not going to explain nothing.
One of the people that I'm connecting with in a friendly manner asked me if you were my mom on our podcast picture.
And to which I said something like, "This is why I don't show up on camera without makeup on."
Something to that effect. But if I recall that evening, you did do your makeup to take that picture. Like that wasn't a spontaneous picture. We did pose for that picture. I don't
think, yes, but I don't think I had, like, when I'm looking at it, I'm not seeing a lot of, like, coverage. Makeup. Yeah.
Maybe your coverage was different 10 years ago.
I think my coverage was nothing back then because I had kids and or young kids rather. I still have kids.
Sure.
I had young
they
kids.
Fucked off since then. They're just gone now.
They're gone. We've gotten rid of them and replaced them with animals. So, yeah, I don't think I had a lot of time to put makeup on back then, but I do now.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, right? I do remember a time, if I could go into the Wayback Machine for us, right, is when we went out. So your husband and I was going to say share a birthday, but that's not true. But it's close enough. We're a year apart in age, but like the dates are close enough that we used to all celebrate collectively every year. And
yes.
I mean,
you're like what, 5 days? No, 6 days apart.
6 days apart. Yeah. Six. I'm first. He's second. Because just that's the way it rolls. But technically, I guess he was first since he was the year before me. But
Yeah.
In any event, I could tell some stories of those. We could tell, but I definitely could tell some stories from those days. But like I have one specific memory of, I think it was the first year you joined us, because we went out a couple times before you were in his life, and you and I weren't close enough for me to be like, hey, come hang out for this thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Excuse me. Well, as I sip my hot toddy, because my entire sinus and throat system is just shot, so I'm drinking a hot toddy, hoping that will help.
I was gonna ask you what you drinking.
Yeah, I was gonna wait. I knew we were gonna wait, but as I sipped on it, I felt like I had to acknowledge that I was gonna drink something a little more highbrow, based on what we're planning to do tonight. But I had to pivot to the toddy because I feel pretty awful, if I'm being honest. So.
Well, I'm sorry you're not feeling well.
Thank you. But in any event, hey, the show must go on. I'm here. I can function. I'm not losing my voice, so we're gonna rock and roll. But in any event, I think it was the first year you came for this birthday celebration, and you were living with your husband.
Yes,
I know that for a fact. So we were planning to leave. I think it was I want to say like 6 or 7 o'clock that night. Like we were not leaving early. You started getting ready at 2:30.
Yeah.
And
that was before kids, though.
And we still had to go to the mall to get you a specific jean jacket from, I believe, Old Navy. for your outfit. I might be wrong
Was
about
it
the
Old
store.
Navy?
I might be wrong about the store. I feel like it was, but I
I
could be
think
wrong.
we
Yeah.
went to I feel that we went to a couple different places because I was looking for something specific and
I think the original intent was Old Navy, which is why I think it sticks out in my brain. Like that was the Target store
yeah.
to get to. No, not Target the store, but like that was the first. We might have ended up going somewhere else for you
Yeah,
to get it
because it
after
had
the
to
fact.
match my boots.
Yeah, that I don't recall. I believe you, but I don't remember that
Yeah,
at all.
it had to match my boots because
Um,
I had a pair of boots that I wanted the outfit to sync with, and uh,
I
I
have a legitimate question to follow up on that, and I can't believe it's taken me because I got to imagine that was like 15 years ago at this point that particular day occurred.
I would say more, but sure.
No, you're right. It's
'Cause
probably 20 because I think it was my 25th or 26th birthday, and I turned 26 this year. So yeah, it's probably 20 years ago. Um, Christ world. In any event, but but
it is what it is.
I did you ever wear that again after that day? Like, did it ever see the light of day again after we went out that night?
But the jean jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I love my jean jackets. I have like
Okay.
3 of them, and I like wear them all the time.
In my brain, that's the only time I remember seeing you in it. Now, I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm telling you that's what my brain remembers.
I mean, I probably did. I just don't remember when I would have worn it again.
I mean, it could have been just going out somewhere casually. It didn't necessarily have to be something
Yeah.
like because we
I can
didn't.
t- I can tell you the boots though, I probably wore more like a handful of freaking times.
Yeah, you were uncomfortable in those by the end of the night. I recall that. Yeah.
I remember
Um,
him putting me on his back at one point to walk down
did
the
he? I
street.
don't.
Yeah,
That I don't remember. I believe you. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that was on the way home from that adventure.
probably
And I
because
was
we went to
very.
Philly
Yeah, we did.
and
We went to. We can say where we went. We went to
we
Alves.
went.
You know.
Yeah, and I think I remember taking the speed line to go. So we had to
No,
walk.
no, 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 no. We drove.
Did we drive?
Your husband drove there, and
Then the parking garage must have been like far enough that you had to walk a
oh,
little
I'm sure of it because I remember
to
someone else
get
drove
there.
us. Someone. Well, wait. Is that maybe I'm getting my years confused?
Yeah, maybe you are because I'm like,
I still
remember
think.
having to walk to like because we had been drinking and he and I were not fans of driving and drinking and
Well, what I was
driving
gonna say
ever.
was that
So
what I was because I'm again to avoid names. I was gonna say our shortest friend drove us home that night. But what I
yes, he was
no,
ODD.
but what I'm thinking is but I remember going over the bridge in the car. But what I think is that was the night we went to Cuba Libre instead of Alves because we went another year to Cuba Libre for the birthday celebration, and I think that's the night that he drove us across the bridge. And you might be right about the train on the night that you're referring to. So, and he still would
I
have that person would have still driven us from the train to the house, but I distinctly remember because I remember I was shotgun in your I'm pretty sure it was your van the night that he drove us home, like home from the restaurant to the house. I'm almost positive.
don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh well. It was a minute, so I don't know.
Well, it was only a minute. It was a minute, and especially the Alves night because we were young and didn't know about restaurants in the city and didn't reserve a table. So
Yeah, we
we walked
waited
it.
way too long for a table.
I think it was like 3 hours.
It was a long,
It was
long time.
I will share. I'll share you a quick follow up to that story, right? That you will not be aware of. My last night in well, not my last night, but my last weekend in the Philadelphia area, I went to Elvez for the first time since that night. I had not
Oh,
been
okay.
back. And I remember way more sober and not single looking around going, oh, this is a lot smaller than I remember it. How the hell did we stand here for 3 hours? Like, you know, like it's a tinier restaurant than I recalled. Like I remembered it being like
Yeah.
fairly sizable, but ironically, I still remembered where we sat. As we were going to our table this time, I pointed to the booth where we ended up that night and said, we sat right over there. Like I was telling the story to her about that night. I didn't tell her everything, but I told her a lot of it.
Yeah.
I left out the part where I embarrassed myself, or our friend Hokie.
You're just throwing out all the names today.
I told you I'm not feeling great, so I'm not as clear-headed. Yeah.
You're really putting my editing skills to the test today.
Hey, I mean, I got to give you a challenge. In any event, but yeah, it's not what we would normally talk about in this, segment. But I think memory lane's kind of interesting. I don't have much going on this week beyond that, so I'm fine with memory lane. So there's my story.
Wait, what do you mean? That's not your story. You said you did a show.
Oh, you're right. I did a
Yesterday.
show and I'm doing a show. I'm doing so two different things. I just did the Fink show for the first time with Fink and Gene Wells, and man, I had so much fun. I really did. I always have fun podcasting, whether it's with you or I'm a guest on someone else's show like BYTW or this show or the Fink show, or the ladies on the Lanai. That's a show I got to go back on too. Gene Wells is on that one as well, which is kind of how I got on Fink, because I heard she was doing this other show and it sounded fun. And I was like, hey, is it something I could do with you sometime? And she said, how about Thursday? I was like, sure. So,
right. Yeah.
Because so I don't even know if I shared this with you yet, Jules. It's a daily show. They record that show every day for an hour and put it out that day. Like there's no edits, there's no nothing. It's like a live radio show that goes out recorded style.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I think the only I was going to use the word complaint, but that's too strong of a word. I think the only thing about it that's unique to me is that it's strictly Patreon.
Okay, so you have to be
a subscriber to get the show. Yeah. They put the one I'm out for everybody because they had the ability to make individual episodes free, and they put mine out because I'm kind of new. I'm new to the show, so the idea was kind of like it's the first one's for free.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think if I do the show again, it would be behind the paywall, but this time it's free. So it is out. It should be out on our socials. I'm pretty sure I put it on our socials after it dropped that day, because it literally dropped 10 minutes after we cut the mics. So
do they do a lot of guest spots like that, or?
Yes, apparently it's a daily guest. There's those two, and then they have almost a new guest every day. Every once in a while, it sounds like they might just be the two of them, which is fine. They got a great chemistry, so it would work. But I think their target is, I think they have a rotating chair of like regulars as well. So it's like they've got like 4 or 5, because they have a T-shirt called the co-host T-shirt, and it's got like 5 different people on it. 3 of them I know personally, but
right.
And so I think that there's like this regular rotating chair, and then there's an extra chair that they'll fill in from time to time with someone like myself. Smoke, our friend from BFITW, was supposed to be on last week, but they were having some tech issues, so he wasn't able to join them. But I believe he's going to go on eventually, and they've been on his show for sure. So.
Oh, okay. So that sounds fun.
It is. It was. It would. But it. I'll tell you this. It went super fucking fast. Like that hour flew by. Like I thought I was getting ready to get into another topic, and Fink's like, okay, everybody, thanks tuning in. And it's like, oh fuck, all right, I guess we're done. And it wasn't that he didn't want to hear me talk, because he was we had a great conversation. It was just that time was up, so it was just interesting. So there's that. And then I can talk about this because by the time this episode drops, it will have already happened and probably been released by them. But BFYW on the Clock Tower, if you've seen that, me do that before, following me on my socials, it's a deception game that is run by BFYTW, because fuck you, that's why, in case you're not familiar with them. And they do this game. It's really interesting. I sent it to you, Jules. I know you didn't perform on it.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw most of it. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
It seems really complicated, though.
It is, and it's not, right? And I think the thing that scares me a little bit about it is the one that you saw, according to Aaron, is the simplest script that's for the game, because there's these scripts that like the players aren't aware of.
So it's almost like a D&D kind of thing.
It is D&D,
but like,
yeah,
but like murder mystery almost with the D&D.
No, it's not even.
Flair.
It's not even murder mystery. It's good versus evil. The demons are gonna kill. That's what you got. 3 demons, and you got to find the demons. There's generally 12 people minimum, I believe, is the number.
Oh, okay.
And there's 3 demons at minimum, and there's 9 good people, townspeople at minimum, and there's always a majority of townspeople, and it's not like a 1-person majority. It has to be like a 9-to-3 type of ratio. I don't know if that's the exact numbers, but you know what I mean. And then you have to find, if you find the demon before he kills all the town people, you win.
Okay.
But if he kills all the town people, then it's over. And the reason I say there's 3 demons, because there's 1 main demon, and he has like henchmen that help him with his bidding, essentially.
Okay. I got that much from the video you sent me.
Yeah.
It was just, I think what made it confusing was like how you play the game, because you get into like these, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you get into these like chat rooms where like the people who are in cahoots can, but nobody knows who the other is.
Right. So it's not, no one's really in cahoots as much, to just to use that word you just used, right? It's more of you're figuring out who's what. So even the good people don't know who the other good people are.
Right.
You have to kind of figure it out. And then as you begin to figure out, you use those chat rooms you referred to kind of like build alliances to like take down the demon, or in the case of the bad people, the demon side, to murder the rest of the.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guess, how do you find out? Like, do you get to obviously ask questions, but the people don't necessarily have to answer them, right?
Correct. Right. So you have to decide who you're going to trust. Is that person telling me the truth, or are they lying to me? That's the rub. You have to figure out, is there truth in what you're being told?
Right.
And
so it almost reminded me a little bit of what's that game called? The one with the imposters.
Traders? Is that? I don't know.
I'll remember it like way later, and
at the end of the show.
Yeah, and then I'll yell it out. But anyway.
Yeah, no. So that's it. I mean, so I'm playing that with them this week. It'll be out probably about a week after, and by the time this episode drops, will have already aired. I think I would say, for those interested in checking me out on this, the audio is for free on BFYTW, so I would say go check it out there for sure, regardless. But if you really want to get an immersive experience, especially with that, you need to subscribe to their Patreon. Now, I'm not getting an endorsement by suggesting their Patreon. That's not what I want to make that very clear right up now. But I'll tell you also, it's only $5 a month, and it's canceled anytime. There's no like contract type of thing. So like, if you want to pay $5 to watch me play a game and then fuck off, then by all means, I recommend you hang around because they are an entertaining group. And Jules, you met them, so you know that.
Oh
But
yeah, they're good guys.
But if so, I would say if you want to see it, subscribe to the Patreon for $5. It's not that. It's not, and I'll have links to it all when it actually airs. But yeah, I'm doing that this weekend too, so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, that's fun. So you got a
Yeah.
lot of good projects coming up.
Yay. Yeah, I'm going to be exhausted by the end of this long weekend.
Well, I have my wine.
Okay.
I actually wasn't sure that I was going to even be able to drink anything.
Oh yeah.
Because this week I've just had a very rough health week. Yeah, so it's just one of those weeks where, you know, when your body just does not want to cooperate with life. And
I mean, that's been my entire existence. So I mean, like...
yes, but I don't know. I think if it was something where it was consistent, I would probably have.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know, less of a difficult time with it, but it kind of like comes up out of nowhere. Like I'll be sitting here fine playing with my dogs or cleaning or doing one of the many tasks I'm doing, and out of nowhere I just don't feel good. And
that sucks.
And then it's what really sucks is if I were like out at like in public somewhere and it hits, then I have to leave. I can't stay where I am. Like I have to make sure I'm in a position where it's not unsafe to drive home.
Oh, sure.
But barring that, oftentimes I can get myself home quick enough that if it gets to that point, it's because if it does get to that point, then I'm not going home.
Right.
Which is not fun for anybody.
No, I can't imagine that it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, yeah. So, and I wasn't even sure I was going to make it today. So there we go.
I know. We there was a chance we were going to have to postpone the recording. The good news is that the way that we're doing the show this time around, we have enough content already in the can that as far as the listeners go, they wouldn't have missed anything. You know, they would have been consistent. We would have had time to regroup and still get it recorded before it would have been a problem. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine for that, but for me, I dislike being disorganized or.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm the same way, but sometimes you have to like just kind of go with life. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. But the good news is I'm here and I'm.
Yes, that is very good news.
I'm drinking my wine, so there we go.
I guess I should talk about very quickly what's in my toddy. You know, I mean, I think there's a standard recipe, but I think everyone does a little bit differently too, right? I would imagine. You think?
Maybe.
Mine's pretty simple because I'm not a complicated.
Not everybody knows what a hottie toddy is either, so.
So hot toddy is basically tea with whiskey, essentially, and then there's variations that have like extra sugar and simple syrups and all kinds of other things, right? But like. Mine's very simple. Normally a normal basic hot toddy is tea, whiskey, cinnamon stick, and honey. That's the bottom line, basic, simple one. I'm not good with all those ingredients. I don't do well with multiple ingredients in anything. That's why I don't cook very often. Um. So don't shake your head at me. That ain't fair. That ain't nice. That
I
ain't
shake
nice.
whatever I want.
All right.
In my house, I
Um.
do what I want.
All right. Fair enough. No. So instead of so just to make life easier for me, I get honey whiskey.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I take honey whiskey, and it's the only time I use honey whiskey. I'm not a fan. Like I'm not. I know people that'll just drink it out of a glass. It's way too fucking sweet for me to do that. But for the purposes of what I'm doing, it works. So I have that, and
How
then
much alcohol is in honey whiskey? Is it like
same as
regular whiskey?
yeah, it's the same as regular. Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, it's
Okay.
comparable. If it's a little more, it's comparable. It's not ridiculous. Yeah. Um. So
I'm just
I
wondering how they get the honey in there.
I mean I can't. I'm not a distiller. So in any
Why
event,
not? Go
um,
find out.
I've actually thought about it. Because you can buy home whiskey making kits now, like you can for like making craft beers. You can do that. I've thought about it,
Yeah.
but I've also looked into how much it costs, and it is not cheap. So no, thank you.
Right.
But in any event, so little wild turkey honey whiskey, and then lemon ginger because lemon's also something you should put. It's a lemon ginger tea,
Hmm.
and then I just let it brew. So I put the whiskey in the cup, and then while the water's getting hot, I wait, and then once the water's hot, I pour the water over the tea bag and then drop that into the full made concoction, and I let it steep, and then there you go. So
Now, do you keep your tea bags in the tea while you drink it, or do you remove them after
I
like
remove
2
them.
minutes? Yeah.
It's 7 for this. I let it steep for 7 minutes because that's what
Okay.
it actually recommends that on the box of the tea bags that I got. It says let steep for 7 minutes. So I let it steep for that long.
Okay.
But yeah, I do typically remove. I know there's some people that leave, and I'm not. This is the only time I drink tea. I'm not a tea drinker in general terms. Like if I'm gonna
Hmm.
have a hot caffeinated beverage. And by the way, this tea is also decaf. But if I'm gonna have a hot caffeinated beverage, it's almost always gonna be coffee for me. So
Right.
if I'm drinking tea, I don't feel well. So that's yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
Yeah.
go.
And
I
I will I found a tea mug that I'm gonna buy eventually. I haven't bought it yet because it's actually kind of expensive, but it'll be my mug specifically for drinking tea. And the reason is that it holds 24 ounces. Not
Mhm.
that I'm drinking that much tea, but between the whiskey and the water, you need a bigger mug. Like this one that you can see in the viewers on YouTubers. This is a 22-ounce mug, I believe, and it was close. So like it just gives me a little more wiggle room for carrying it. Why not?
Ah. Oh, that's 22 ounces, huh?
Yeah, it's a big mug. Yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
I'm
see,
actually
I
making.
prefer big mugs rather than the little dinky.
I don't need a regular mini one, but I don't always use one that large. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I think most of mine are like 12 to 16 ounces in general terms.
Right,
Um.
right.
So yeah, but yeah. So that's what I'm drinking. You talked about your wine. I'm guessing the same cab that you were drinking last time that we did this. You're still going because
Yes.
Dean, you have
Yes.
4,227 bottles of wine from your pickup. Um, you know,
We still have like, I don't know, crazy amount to pick up still.
right?
Um,
Another 6,322 that are waiting for you. But we decided that while we enjoy having these individual topics that we're going to discuss on the show, that once in a while, and we're going to try to make this a regular thing on the show, we're going to roam the halls of the Reddit sphere and try to find something blind. And that's the thing I got to be honest with you, that's the thing I'm the most excited about is like scrolling this thing blind and just going, stop on that one. And we're not going to just scroll and then randomly stop. We're going to read headlines, but I think that's the plan, right? We're going to read a headline, and if we like the headline, that's where we stop. But we're not
Yes,
going to.
but here's what I'm going to ask you to decide before
Oh,
we
no.
start sharing screen is because if anybody knows anything about Reddit, they have lots of subreddits, right? So you got to decide what subreddit we want to like, because you can run the gambit of whatever. So
is there not like a top 10 stories page or something? I don't use Reddit at all. So
oh, you don't use it at all? Wow.
No.
So you're a Reddit virgin.
I mean, I've been on there. So the only times I've ever been on Reddit, if I'm playing a game, because I play a lot more story games than your husband, he tends to stick to the sports games and whatnot, which is fine. That's not meant except to define a thing. But if I get really, really, really stuck on a game, sometimes I'll look up like what's going on, like why am I stuck, and sometimes I'll end up on a Reddit thread on people that are like, I know how to get past that part you're stuck at. But that's the only time I've ever really been on Reddit. I wouldn't, and I don't think that's the true experience of what Reddit's supposed to be, Also, by the way, for those watching, I've got my Avalanche jersey on because Western Conference Finals. Let's go, Avs.
Nice.
While you're doing that, I will share. I got again, this is for the YouTuber, so watch us on YouTube. Running a Hamster Wheel on YouTube. Go check it out. Subscribe, like, and share. But I got my Mando and Grogu cup from Burger King here. I was using that earlier today. Drink some water. Very, very happy about this.
When was that?
When
did you get that?
Oh,
when did you get that?
This one I got 2 weeks ago, and I just got my green one Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Because I wanted the gray one for Mando and the green one for Grogu, so now I have those, and I'm happy. There's other colors too, but I don't care because they're stupid.
Nice. All right, so I'm gonna start sharing my screen.
Okay. Again, for those on YouTube, what the fuck is that?
Lord only knows, but see this. Welcome to Reddit, CJ.
Yeah, right. Fuck.
But do you see how like? There's obviously resources here. It's like Reddit. You could do all kinds of. So anyway, you see how there's a find anything tab there. So yes. And then they have best of Reddit right here, which
I feel like the best of is the way to go.
You want to do best of? Okay.
Is that like years old or is it recent stuff?
Who the heck knows?
Oh, okay.
Here's the best of Reddit. I think we want English, yes.
Probably a good idea. Yeah. Although Thai could be interesting.
Sure, if we knew how to speak it. That would
not to speak it, you just have to know how to read it.
Well, either or, really.
Well, no, not true. I knew people that could read Spanish, couldn't speak a word of it.
How do you not be able to speak a word of a language you can read?
Oh, I know people like that. I probably read Spanish better than I speak it myself. I can do both, but I probably read it better than I speak it. Yeah, that one's depressing.
Which one? The people of many.
No, the one right above that.
Last car ride of my boy. Yeah, no.
Kids are fucking stupid. Hold on, I gotta.
Wait, what?
My youngest escalating the Nerf war after his older brother was mean.
Kids are fucking. See, that's a subreddit. Kids are fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, okay.
See, like this part, like this shows you a subreddit. That's legit what where it comes from. Best of Reddit.
All right.
r/kids are fucking stupid.
I see this. Yeah.
r/bald.
Bald. Yeah. Okay.
So I almost choked on my own spit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Great investment, by the way. Kids are fucking stupid. There's a lot of kids are fucking stupid
Right.
posts. So I mean,
Sips tea.
the power of a talkative kid. Okay. She
I don't
knows
know
a
if I want to read that because
spot.
I was a pretty
Talkative
talkative
kid.
child. Yeah.
You're still a talkative child.
Well, I'm just not a child now, but yeah.
Well, that's up for debate. All of the outfits I wore for my first week at my job as a hatter. Okay.
I'm curious what this awkward one is. That one looks interesting.
Awkward.
It's like 3 down. It's one more. There you go.
It's r/LOL.
Right. That's what made me kind of interested by it.
I mean, did you want to read it?
I mean, I thought this was going to be a little more straightforward. Like, hey, there's just weird articles.
I mean, they're just posts by random Redditors.
I'm following this now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, I personally enjoy the Am I the Asshole ones and the best of Reddit updates.
Well, that's what I thought we were looking at. I'd say let's at least look at that awkward one because you used to yell that all the time.
Awkward.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Oh, this could be interesting. Yeah, this looks interesting so far.
What's the most awkward date y'all ever been on?
He took me to his parents' favorite spot. We saw his mom there feeding strawberries to another man. He was about to confront her about his dad but his dad came out of the bathroom and sat with him, and he grabs the man's hand. That was the night he learned that his parents like to tag team other men.
Well, there it is.
I don't understand much more you need to say to that.
Well, I guess that it does fall under the awkward category.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
And I completely understand why it says why they posted it in r/LOL.
I hate to say it, but I feel like this is a scenario you could have walked in on.
I don't know that my mom would have been so free with such a thing.
That's fair, but I'm just yeah, that's true. Okay, I think you knew where I was going though.
I did, but it would only be one person.
It would be a half a tag.
Yeah, it would be a half-ass tag.
Yeah.
Like literally.
All right, Jules, you know this world better than I do. Why don't you take us somewhere and we'll go? I'll follow your lead
because we're going to be that. Based on your interests. Am I the asshole?
Well, there you go.
There we go. All right. Let's see. We have, am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law, fat, autistic, vegan, wearing white, that giving birth over my wedding cake ruined my wedding? Oh, so this is okay. This comes from the r/am I the angel. These are like basically fake stories that people come up with that are just like out of like crazy just to like get people to like read them. So
I mean, that could be a fun string for us to debate.
I mean, right, but it's not like a real post. It's like
it still could be fun to discuss, though. I mean, even if it's not real, what if it was? We could bring it from that angle. What if it was?
You want to read that one, or you want to?
That doesn't have to be that one, but that might be the subreddit to go to. I don't know. Yeah.
Am I the asshole for masturbating while my girlfriend sleeps? I think we should do that one.
I think that's a scenario by scenario type of situation here.
Am I the asshole for sucking my friend's dick while he has a girlfriend? All right.
No, I think that would make him the ass.
All right. It's between the masturbating or the sucking her friend's dick.
Choices I didn't think I was gonna make tonight.
Would you like to masturbate or get your dick sucked? Which one would?
Not by another guy, if I'm being honest about it. Nothing wrong with it for those who are into it, but that's just not my world.
We won't know if who's a female, who's a male, and who's not.
That's true. It could have been another female sucking the dick. That's true. That's a fair point. Yeah.
You have to go into the story to find out who the players are. You know.
Right. Should we flip a coin for this? I have a coin.
I don't have a. Okay, you do you, boo.
All right. Hold on a second. All right. So what do we want to make heads? I guess the sick dick suck.
If you're giving head, you're getting head.
Right. And then that makes the other one the masturbating tail. So you ready? I don't know if you're gonna hear the sound, but I had the sound off on my phone anyway. So all right. Let me turn it back on.
I did not hear anything, but
it's being stupid. Hold on. There we go. All right. The noise is too quiet. But anyway, heads it is. So I guess we're going with the dick sucking.
All right. I mean, look, it's a short one.
Oh, that's good. We've been at this for a while already, so that works.
All right. I, 18 female, sucked my ex-best friend's 18 male dick while he has a girlfriend. My friend and I were playing Truth or Dare, and the dares got really intense.
No shit.
I mean, sure. But who the hell were you playing with? Like, was this a group? It sounds like it should have been a group, right?
It sounds like it was just the two of them, if I'm reading this right.
I mean, it just says that those were... Well, let's find out. He started asking very sexual dares, and I didn't want to chicken out, so I did them. I reminded him several times about his girlfriend, 21 female, and he said she wouldn't find out. Okay. An hour after I left, he texted me stating he didn't want to hang out with me anymore, and he always makes stupid decisions while he's with me. He also told me his girlfriend doesn't like me. I have never met his girlfriend, and so honestly, didn't feel guilty for my actions. I felt hurt because he's my best friend, and he told me his girlfriend wouldn't find out. 10 minutes later, he blocked me on everything. I understand how I'm in the wrong, but at the same time, I'm single and truly didn't think anything would come out of this. Am I the asshole?
Well, there's a lot to unpack here.
So wait, here's what doesn't make sense. They were hanging out just the two of them.
Yes.
Right. Oh wait, that's kind of a red flag to me.
No. Hold on. No, because you and I would hang out without your husband.
Yes, but we were, number one, older than horny teenage humans.
But I'm saying that even if we were at this age, if the only thing that changed was the age bracket, so I'm honest question here. I'm not even being a dick here, or I'm not even being an asshole. If I'm going to be staying with the theme here, if we all knew each other at this same age range, let's not use these exact same ages because our ages don't line up with this. But if we're in the same age range, would you have had a problem hanging out with me if your then boyfriend, now husband, was somewhere else?
If we were playing Truth or Dare?
Well, that's a different thing. I'm talking about right now.
But it sounds like those are things like if you're going to make the blanket statement that you make terrible decisions when you hang out with this person, then... Well,
in the scenario of this story, that was made after the fact, that statement. So,
But But I think, they were also having all kinds of like sexual dare stuff.
Right.
Like,
We're not focusing on that piece yet. We'll get there. I'm talking about simply on the fact because it sounded like you said that they shouldn't have been hanging out. Period.
no, it's not about that. It's about the fact that number one, they're young, horny. She's single. He's not.
Okay, but in that same scenario I laid out, you would not have been. I would have been. So you're saying we shouldn't have been able to hang out with each other?
No,
Forget the sexual dare, truth and dare, because I agree with you there. I'm talking about simply just hanging out.
No, I'm not talking about the hanging out part, but if that's what you're doing when you're hanging out with your friend,
well, yes,
then...
that's a whole separate part of the conversation. I agree with you, but I'm saying strictly from it because maybe you didn't intend it this way, but it came out that you don't think they should have been hanging out at all.
Not if they were playing truth or dare. Here's the thing: there's a difference between playing truth or dare in a group. Right.
Right. I'm telling you.
But if it's just a one-on-one hangout, don't be trying to play truth or dare.
Well,
that's a terrible game to play.
He clearly had an agenda. There's no question.
Right.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying going back to my point though, you made it sound like they shouldn't be hanging out. Period. Forget what they're doing for the moment. You just don't. It sounded like you didn't think they should have been hanging out at all.
No, I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm saying
okay. Well, that's what I'm trying to clarify.
I'm saying
that's all.
As a male and a female at that age, you're gonna make stupid choices.
Homeboy had an agenda. There's no doubt about that. I mean, yeah.
Like, because when you said, "Oh, it sounded like it was just the two of them," like maybe, but let's keep reading because maybe there's,
Well, it doesn't say.
Maybe there was a group, but it sounded like it was just the two of them hanging out.
Right.
And then that's why I was like, then you shouldn't be hanging out if you're going to be playing truth or dare with your friend. Like that. That is a little ridiculous.
I agree. Well, yes and no, right? So it depends on the different scenarios, right? Like in this scenario, you're 100% correct. But if they were both single,
but that's different. If they're both single, then who cares? Then fuck all. Who cares?
But what I was gonna say isn't that that's kind of the point of this whole thing is to discuss this shit. So I'm saying if they were both single, dude had a plan. My man had a plan.
Fine. But but the point is, she even said to him, "You have a girlfriend." But here's the thing. I think personally, they're both wrong. He is more wrong than she is because let's be honest, she doesn't owe somebody her loyalty because she doesn't even know this girl. Like, it's not like they're friends or anything.
I don't agree that they're equally wrong.
I didn't say they were equally wrong. I said he's more wrong because
I'm sorry.
He's the one who owes his girlfriend loyalty. She doesn't know his girlfriend. She's never met her. But at the same time, she was the one reminding him, "Hey, you got a girlfriend, just, But at the same time, she still did it. Like, if you were a girl's girl, regardless, you would probably be like, back off. I'm not doing it.
I misspoke. I meant to say that they were both equally wrong. Not that you didn't say. I misspoke was what I said. They are equally wrong for different reasons. I also question. I have no fundamental issue with older woman, younger guy in a relationship, right? But going back to these ages you read, like 21-year-old girl with 18-year-old dude, it kind of makes me wonder something.
Well, that's only 3 years, CJ.
No, it is, but I'm talking about the ages too, to the point you were making. Like if this was like 33 and 30, I wouldn't even question it. I really wouldn't. You know what I mean?
I don't know that's. I mean, you're only talking about, like, say, if you're talking high school terms, if she was a senior and he was a sophomore, that's not the worst thing.
Right, but it's not about, ooh, that's gross. It's about, to your point, the maturity, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, when if you're both in your 30s, it's a different maturity level at that point, so it's not gonna make a difference. But at
I
18 to
don't know
21,
that I don't know that 21-year-olds are any more mature than 18-year-olds, to be honest. The
no, but
only the only difference that they have going for them is now you're legally able to drink.
true.
That's
But
about it.
I guess where my point goes with this is, like, what we don't know in this story is how, like, obviously we can infer that the girlfriend kind of lost her shit and told him, you can't be friends with this girl anymore and all that kind of thing. Because I think that's part of what happened here,
Well,
right?
he legit cheated on her. I
But
wouldn't even
hold
bother
on.
telling him not to be friends with her. I would just be like, I'm done with you, period. You're
Well, that's kind of the point that I'm trying to get to, Jules, that you're not letting me get to, is like, why is she even? Because it sounds like she stayed with the dude, So, like, I would have
maybe.
been like, well, I mean, if she, listen, I'm gonna talk to you from the brain of an 18-year-old male, because I've been there, right? If this went down exactly as it lays out, and she dumped him for this, there's no way he goes back to the best friend and goes, I can't be friends with you anymore. There's no way. There's no way. And I know why. I can tell you why. It's because he knows that if he wants it again, he'll get it.
Oh, well, of course. But
But the fact that he tells her they can't be friends anymore is an indicator to me that the girlfriend, while being angry with him rightfully, stayed.
right.
And so that kind of makes her an asshole. Like I'm reading some of the comments that we can see where the one person says both of you are assholes. I would argue all three of them are assholes. Because
Oh,
even though the 21-year-old didn't really do anything, it sounds like she stayed. And she's
well,
an
I mean,
asshole
but
for
that
staying.
doesn't. Okay, but she's an asshole to herself. She's not an asshole to anybody else.
I didn't say she was an asshole to anyone else. I just said she was an asshole. I didn't say she was an asshole to anybody. She's just an asshole.
I like this comment. Take this time to reassess your entire fucking life.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But I
Right.
love how everyone's. This
Oh,
one
wait,
says
there's more. Hold on. I think there's more here.
more
Look
where.
down at the comment below. Who was all playing? Just you two. And it looks like the person responded. So we know
Oh
who was
yes,
involved.
who is all playing Truth or Dare? Just you two? Him, me, and our friend, but our friend left to go home, and that's when things ended up happening. But then, listen, if your friend goes home, you should probably bow out and let him, go masturbate with
Right.
next to his girlfriend while she's sleeping.
Well,
Maybe
I
that's
mean-
him. Maybe that's him in the other in the other Reddit. Maybe we should read that one next.
right. Yeah.
See if it's the
I-
same player.
The fact that this one person's name is Coochie Pop is a little. I mean,
Well,
and I love her comment. That's how low class girls like you end up alone.
well,
They're not necessarily believing the validity of the story, though.
yeah, there a lot of Redditors say things are AI generated and stuff like that. So
Or just yeah.
yeah, or people go on
little
and make
sucky-
fake accounts just to farm up they see how there's awards and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So like you can farm karma and stuff like that. So
I love this one. A little sucky for a good friend is never wrong. I don't agree with it, but it's a funny fucking answer.
it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, look, that if I can actually for a minute, like that actual comment,
Draw
It's-
four
it's-
or blow me.
well, I don't. I really.
Well, I really don't want to draw four. So.
I guess they were playing Uno. I mean, this one person's not wrong. Like, the problem is you're adding in the other girlfriend. That's where you run into the problem. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
scroll back
All
up a
right.
minute. Oh, no, scroll back up a minute. I want to see. Hold on. This is a little hard. Wait, stop. This is a little harsh. She clearly has no respect, but I wouldn't necessarily call her a whore.
Oh,
Soon to
because
be.
somebody
Yeah. No.
there was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
deleted.
But I'm trying to read this thread here, so suits her well because the Coochie Pop commented on this one. That's why I'm reading it. Suits her well considering the harsh decision she made. Why she owed respect. Listen, at 18, you make some dumb choices on both sides of the
But
fence, right?
here's
Women
the
and men.
thing. I kind of disagree with that. First of all, like seriously, slut shaming. How come we're not slut shaming the guy? He was the one
I
with the
agree.
girlfriend.
Right. In my opinion, and he's more culpable for this than she is. I'm not saying she's a saint here, but
No,
he's more
but
culpable.
point being is like, listen, I think I would have a different opinion if she knew or was friends with the girlfriend. Then yeah, you both are shit people.
Oh, for
But
sure. Yeah,
but
agreed.
because she literally said she's never met his girlfriend, doesn't know anything about her other than he has a girlfriend, and then to me, you don't know that person. You owe them nothing
Yeah,
at
she
all.
doesn't. She doesn't owe the girlfriend anything. I agree. Well,
No,
maybe just
he.
maybe a
I
level of
mean,
respect. I would think, but
right, but here's the thing. You've never met this person. For all she knows, he's making shit up. He may not even have a girlfriend. Like,
well, so here, no,
so
because he
she
didn't say
doesn't.
she. Hold on. It doesn't say she doesn't know he had a girlfriend. She said she'd never met her.
No, but what I'm saying is he could be making up a girlfriend to her for all she really knows. She said she's never met her. She's never seen her. She
Right,
doesn't
but
know her.
I
So,
mean, yeah,
right?
I
So
think that's
like
excessive, but sure.
I'm not saying that that's what's happening here. What I'm saying is in it's a person behind another person, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's almost like one of these people on Reddit. Like you don't know that that's not a real person. It could be an AI account that's just talking trash. You
Which
don't
is
know.
which is a whole other fucking problem in the world, but that's
Oh, okay, fair, but that's not the problem here. So so my point being is I if I were to say something to Coochie Pop here, I don't know her. I don't know her nothing
shout out to
because
Coochie Pop.
I don't know, right? Because I don't know if that's even a human being,
I
right?
can't even
So
drink my tea.
I don't know her. So I don't owe you shit. But if Coochie Pop's got a boyfriend and he said some shit or did some shit, he owes her a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's my
yeah.
point. Like he's the one who had the onus on him was to stay faithful. She had no such onus on her. Like, is it a shitty thing for her to have done? Yes, I agree with that statement.
Hearing
But
hearing you say Coochie Pop multiple times tonight was not on my bingo card. I'm just saying.
that's the word of the day.
Right? I swear to God.
All right.
Are we doing another one? We have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We could do another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We can do the masturbating one, or we can look for another one. Am I the asshole for not wearing a bra?
No, that's kind of.
See if we got more recent ones. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she won't stop wetting the bed?
Wait a minute.
Well,
This one sounds interesting. My wife bones down with her boyfriend twice a week. Am I the asshole for asking her to be less loud?
wait, where's this?
The very bottom there.
Ah. Oh, that's an Am I the Angel again.
Oh. Does that mean it's fake?
Probably.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for taking advantage of my fat boyfriend?
That's terrible.
What? Am I the asshole for telling my new boyfriend that my ex's dick was the size of my pinky? Okay.
As someone who's had an ex compare my size to her then boyfriend and share that information with her friends, yeah, I've been there.
Here we go. This is the best of Redditor updates. Am I the asshole for spending my life savings?
But why is it listed twice?
7,200. I don't know.
Yeah.
7,200 on an ass job plastic surgery when my daughter needed brand new school supplies.
I love that needed is in quotes.
Yeah, right? Needed.
You don't need school supplies. I need new ass.
I need a new ass.
My asshole for asking to shower before a blowjob. No. I know someone, I won't say names, who actually made her now ex-husband wipe his penis when he peed because she didn't want any chance of any pee ending up inside her.
I mean,
no, like every time he went. It wasn't like if he went right before they had sex. Like every time he went, even if it was days before.
Well, I mean, that's just hygiene. I mean, women get UTIs for just looking at the vagina wrong.
Can you do that?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for spanking my husband? Sounds like one of those BDSM.
I was gonna say, I think it depends if he asked. Like,
what do you want to do, CJ?
What's further down? Let's keep going.
All right. Am I the asshole for not having sex with my husband anymore? Maybe.
This one seems interesting.
Am I the asshole for throwing a cup of cold water on my naked husband?
You're the married one. You can speak to this one. That's a long one.
Asshole poo mode. Oh, man. I love these. These are hilarious.
Hilarious.
All right, let's get into it. Asshole poo mode. My husband has been tested for ADHD, but he doesn't have it. Okay. He has the kinds of problems that are associated with ADHD. All right. He says writing lists, making a schedule, setting alarms, etc. is physically painful for him, and he'd rather just deal with occasional emergencies rather than be proactive. Sounds more like a lazy person, but let's keep going. The specific problem.
It actually sounds like OCD, if I'm being honest, but go ahead.
Okay. He often forgets to push the shower diverter valve down. You know, the little rod on the tub faucet that you push down to make water fill the tub and pull up to make the water come out of the shower. For nearly 20 fucking years, I have been asking him to push that down. Since I was literally a teenager, I have been asking him to push that fucking thing down.
I don't think we're talking about the shower anymore.
At least twice a month, I have a very unpleasant wake-up cold shower because I turn the water on and I get a cold spray from the shower. And every fucking time he's apologetic, and then a week or two later, it happens again. He will do better for a while and then it slips in again. He is always telling me that he's working on it, and hasn't he been better about it lately? But somehow he's always working on it, always improving, but it never fucking stops. Today, I had just fucking had it. I stepped into the shower, turned it on, and had a very cold and rude awakening. I couldn't fucking take it anymore. I grabbed the cup by the sink and filled it about 3 inches with cold water, and walked out to the where he was standing naked. He had just taken off his pajamas and was going to take his shower after mine. Without warning, while he was looking down, I held the plastic cup firmly in my hand and grasping it tightly, I jerked that motherfucker in a 45-degree angle and to get that cold water all over his torso and face.
There's way too much jerking going on in this episode. I'm just saying.
No, there wasn't any jerking. We didn't read that one.
I think you can stop at the asterisk, by the way, once you're done. So, yeah.
So I told him that his apologies were worth the paper they were written on, and I was tired of listening to him congratulate himself for getting better when I had been asking for 20 fucking years to stop doing this shit. I told him I don't accept his apologies, and the fact that it's an accident does not excuse it. I told him that from now on, every time I'm taking a cold shower, so is he. That I refuse to be a second-class citizen in my own home any longer, and if he refuses to make changes to treat me better, I'll instead make changes to treat him worse, because I will not tolerate this any longer. I'm going to continue to surprise throw a cup of cold water on him every time I get a surprise cold shower. I'm tired of fucking asking, begging for basic fucking respect, and I'm not getting it, with the implication that I have to fucking put up with this forever. So Reddit, I know I'm probably an asshole, but am I justified? Am I a justified asshole?
I mean, that's a tough one. I'm being honest. That's a tough one. I think that first off, I questioned the 20. Go back up to the top. Wasn't there ages on this thing, or no?
There was none. No.
She's been saying 20 years, but she said something about being teenagers when
she
started
said
asking.
Yeah, so they've
the 20 years
probably
thing
been
seems...
together since they were teens. Now, how old they were showering together as teens? I mean, maybe
well,
they
that's
were
kind
18,
of my point. Yeah,
maybe they were 18 and living together or something.
That's fair. I also feel like based on the way she described the situation, this is a European setup. I'm just being honest, like just knowing a little bit about stuff like that. I think it's a European thing, the way this particular shower functions. I think we don't know enough here. You know what I mean? Like,
well, so there's edits because everyone's been asking questions. So question 1, why don't I just check it myself or expect him to leave it the way I want it left? Answer, I don't expect him to leave it the way I want. What I expect is for him to leave things the way he found them. When he walks into the bathroom, it's pushed down. That's how I leave it. So he doesn't get blasted with cold water, but he doesn't leave things the way he found them. Instead, he often leaves the last 10 or 20% of a task for me to clean up for him.
See, that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking that there's
she's
more
just
to
a fed
this.
up, yeah. She's just a fed up wife because he obviously doesn't do what he doesn't do the extra stuff. He doesn't do a complete task. He does like he half-asses things. It sounds
right.
like. So
I
don't know that it's just about the I think this is just a symptom of the problem. I think the problem is this is her life with him is he just doesn't finish. Now whether that translates into their sex life, who knows? But maybe
fair.
Maybe that's part and parcel, part of the problem.
It's kind of
sometimes it's whatever you don't say it's about that it's not about, you know?
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
that made
I
sense.
mean, it does. It does. I get the impression though, and I mean, you have to take with all of these. It seems like you have to take some context, right? Now, unless it's some flat out lie, but that he's not doing this on purpose. Like he's not. And I don't even just mean
No,
the shower thing. I think all of it, like all
I
the
think
things,
he's just oblivious, is what it
Yeah, I mean
sounds
that's
like.
yeah, or not capable of grasping it. That could be a thing.
Right, could be. So somebody asked, I mean, or people have asked, why don't I leave it the way I found it? Why don't you leave it up if he leaves it up? If I left things the way I found them, I would live in a sty. I would also spend a great deal of energy making things messier, as I would literally be cleaning up to make space for myself and then undoing that work to put things back as a mess. Explain your shower to me. Why are you getting in before the water is warm? Just gonna quote this guy. Folks, you're misunderstanding her situation. She leans in to turn on the water, expecting it to come out of the spigot. Instead, shower mode is still in place and the water sprays out of the shower and onto her head. It is completely rude of the husband to not switch the water flow back to the spigot when he's finished showering. This is
Okay, see
just
now
basic
that
etiquette.
that I can't get behind because I'll tell you why. Right, my showers, I've been living in an apartment now for 20 plus years. All the showers that are in any of the apartments I've ever been in, I could turn the water in without having to put my head under the shower, under the where the water comes out. I could easily turn the water on, and I always do. I always wait for the water to warm up myself, and I'm the only one here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need that. I was thinking about that even before I saw this comment. Like, why is she having to stick her head completely into the shower to turn the water on?
It depends on how big her shower is, though, because, like, for example, my shower, um, I have to go in to turn it on into the shower.
Okay. I mean
So,
that's I guess that's fair, but
but also too, um, there's enough clearance between the door and the where the shower, um,
where the water comes out.
where yeah, so that way I don't get like hit in the face with cold water before it's warmed
Right.
up.
Right.
But so this I'm not super questioning that part. I'm just questioning the part where, like, it's why not just make sure, like, yeah, why not make sure that it's fixed if you know that it's the same idea as, like, when dudes go and use the bathroom to pee and they lift the toilet seat up and then they leave it up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's super inconsiderate when you live with females to not close it or put it down. But I will say this, because obviously I have a son and he didn't always have the best etiquette as a kid. You just lift it, and there were a couple times where I walked in and I had to pee really fast, and you go and you're like, shit, I just sat in dirty water.
Well, and
But
it's funny. So I can tell. So when I was, and I don't know how old you're referring to when your son was when this occurred, but like when I was a kid, and I want to say it was somewhere between 6 and 10. I don't know the exact age, but that's the range, right?
mm-hmm.
Uh, I had a habit of doing that because you're a
Yeah,
kid.
well,
It is what
yeah,
it
I
is.
think all boys have a habit of doing that until they get
Well,
set straight.
well, and I'll tell you that I don't know. I don't know what you did to set your son straight, but my mom, because it had where she really didn't like it was in the middle of the night. Because I guess she would go in with the lights off, trying to not wake other people up or whatever, right? So
Mm.
and she wouldn't see it, and then end up sitting in the water. And she said something to me about don't do it again, and I did, but not intentionally. It certainly wasn't intentionally, but I just did. And my mom ripped me out of bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and dropped me into the toilet bowl on purpose to let me experience what she experienced. And I will tell you that I have never. I live alone. I'm a male that lives alone, and I still put the seat down every time I'm done. Every time.
Hey, habits are habits. Um, so the way that I think my son figured out how to be more um, kind to the ladies in the house
Of
is,
which he's greatly outnumbered, by the way.
well, yes. Uh, I think it's twofold for him. Is so when I would, and it would almost always be me, because I don't know why. I don't know why, but very rarely did the girls have that issue. I don't know why, but I mean, not that it never happened to them, but just not as often as it did for me. And so what I would do is I would yell, like, "God damn it, put the seat down!" And and then the hubby would go and turn to him and be like, "Buddy, you gotta put the seat
You
down
got to
when
put
you're
the seat
done."
down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, in fact, just the easiest thing to do, just shut the lid completely.
Well,
Then you know it's down.
and that's what I do, but I don't do it for that reason. I do it because I'm afraid I'm gonna drop something in the toilet that I don't want in the toilet. And I'm not even talking
I
about like
mean,
my phone,
that's
but
fair,
yeah.
but yeah. But so he would just always tell him, like, "Hey," or he would remind him, like, "Hey, did you put the seat down?" And then he'd be like, "No, I gotta go do that." But I think what really clinched it for him was uh I had left it up. Like, I had I just had known that it was going to be up, and I just left it up, right?
Okay.
And then he wound up having to go poop. So he ran into the bathroom because he was
Got
like, "I
down
have
and
to
end
go."
up.
And then he ended up and he was like, "I sat in the bed." I was like, "Yeah, that fucking sucks, doesn't it, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "And I had to poop." I'm like, "I said my poop." I'm like, "Yeah, it doesn't feel good, does it?" So I think that's what did it, because then he was like, "I'm gonna make sure this is close." I'm like, "Yep, that's a fantastic idea."
I mean, it's not the same exact thing, but it's a similar thing to what I went through. You know what? How I learned.
Yeah,
So
but it
yeah.
was more natural consequences. It
Right, but
wasn't
it's the
like,
same.
yeah,
The result is the same. The
right,
consequences are a bit different, but or
yeah.
the how you got there. I think that yeah. I think But getting back to this story real quick, right? Like I think that
This
I think that
person's.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't. Go ahead.
I was saying, this person says, "You're the asshole. For nearly 20 years, you could have learned to take 2 seconds to look at it yourself. This is a you problem, not him."
I will be honest with you. I appreciate you saying reading that because I was wondering what YTA meant. I've been seeing that on a couple of these things. I had no idea what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, those are like the acronyms for "you're the asshole."
I follow.
If you
Yeah.
see the ES H, it's "everyone sucks here."
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I speak fairly good internet, but apparently not.
Reddit has its own, like,
Language.
language.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm honestly scratching my head at getting into the shower before the water goes on. Even even if it's coming out of the tub faucet hot, the initial shower water will be cold. Plus, who wants to stand there naked and cold waiting for the water to heat?
I mean, yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm at. And if you read his edit, talks about like that's how a lot of more setups are like what he's describing and what I described than what yours is. I'm not saying that none exist, and I'm not saying that that makes you wrong or her wrong. I'm just saying there's more times where you're not going to be in a position of getting exposed to the water temperature before you get in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I said, even with the fact that you have to just walk into the shower door, it's not like you're gonna get like splashed in the like you're not gonna get drenched is my point,
Right.
right? Like you have the enough clearance to not to
I
avoid the
I
stream
think
of water
I think
coming
in the
from the
end
shower.
I think at the end of the day, right, for this one, for me, for 20, like the one person has a point there. For 20 years, you've known this person. You know he's going to be this way. You know what I mean? Like at this point,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, you're probably not going to get him to change his ways. And you either have to, at this point, adjust or I mean, and I hate even suggesting this, but then go away. You know what I'm saying? Like those are your choices. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't think going away is the right choice. I think that yes, this sucks, and I think maybe doing it the one time, right? Of the one time the story that we're reading where she actually did it the one time. Okay, I'm not angry at that, to be honest with you. Like, okay, that's fine, right? But you can't do it every time. I think that then does make you an asshole. I do. You know what I mean? Like you did it once to prove a point, and I think it's a valid point. I'm not discrediting the point. But if you're gonna do it every time, yeah, I think you're kind of an asshole.
I think, as I said, I think there's more than just the
Oh,
shower
sure.
thing,
Yeah, I
because
agree.
yeah, everybody's correct here that this is like very minimal. Like you just look at the shower and go, "Oh, it needs to be turned down." Like it's not hard to look at, right? And
Right,
and
right.
especially if you already know what it looks like when it's where you like it to be, right? You already kind of know, like by looking at it, maybe I should just fix it before I get it. Same idea as, like I said, with the toilet seat. Like I just walked in and I realized, okay, this is up, let me go. But when you're in a hurry, or when you're tired, or when you're
Right.
whatever, then you do forget, and it is annoying as hell to
But I
have
also
to.
don't think you should be throwing a cup of water on the guy.
But
You know.
yeah, but to like go to an extreme, like, hey, let me just throw a couple of. Listen, if you're doing it to be funny, sure,
No,
okay.
I think even the
Um,
first time out of anger, the one that we're reading out of anger, I can even get behind that. I really can. It's the future trips that I have a problem with. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the future repetitive, like I'm gonna throw water at you every time you do this to me. Like that
yeah,
I can't get behind so much. But yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting one. I think it's a good one to end on too. I do. I think it's a good story to wrap this up on this particular time. I have to ask though, what is poo mode? Can you explain that in like 30 seconds? Can you give a short version of what that means or no?
um, so I think what it is like it's like extreme asshole kind of thing. They have like different ones where like am I the devil, because like often a lot of the am I the asshole ones go into like they're like demon level horrible
Gotcha.
people kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
this is kind of like you're kind of you're a shitty person.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha. All right. Well, I think we've read Reddit pretty successfully, actually.
We have. I'm just trying to.
Stop sharing first, Jules, before you hit that.
I'm trying. There we go.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're good. I think it was a good reading round. We're gonna try to do this at least once a month. That's kind of the target we're gonna shoot for doing this, and that was fun. I had fun with it, and maybe we're calling it reading Reddit, but maybe we can find other forums that have similar type things that we could eventually venture into. Not that it seems like Reddit isn't ripe with selections to read through.
Reddit has all kinds. Like they have all kinds of. Run the gambit. I mean, I'd be interested in the kids fucking suck one or whatever that one.
Yeah, maybe we should do that one next, just to see the next time we do this. But yeah, I think we're in a good place here. I want to thank you all for hanging out with us, and check out our credits at the end and follow us on all those different platforms. But I will say that wraps this one up. And speaking of wraps, I think I need a Band-Aid from falling here. Until next time, keep on spinning.